Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Theory. It's the part 2 of the day Arceus creating a Pokemon world. So let's continue. The Asian Pokemon has been created. This year is 670 year. When Arceus fell asleep and the ground started to break. And because of this natural effect, the lots of Pokemon got created, such as Asian Pokemons. But then there's a lot of Pokemons, right? So you might know the Pokemon that is Asian time. There is a dinosaur Pokemon. Well, they had a lot of bad times catching prey. So they evolved to better hunter. But one of the Asian Pokemon, there is a Pokemon that has strongest power, fastest speed, and a really evil thought. And that Pokemon is Genesect. And Genesect starts to take over the Pokemon Asian world. And soon, the Ice Age is coming. All the Asian Pokemons are dead because of the Ice Age. Well, the other Pokemon survived by using a fire move. It's the... I don't know, I forgot the name, sorry, again. It's like a mammoth Pokemon. Well, but then, that Pokemon is the only Pokemon that survived in the Ice Age. And because of there's nothing to eat, they all starved to death. And they started to fight. They each had a group of a Pokemon, and you started to fight. Yes. And all the Pokemon, the people call them demons. And because of Regigiga's help, dirt, ice, and rock, because of those three things, the ancient time went faster. Now is a modern time. But because of this dirt, they made a doll. And because of this, two Pokemon got created. Well, I will show the image. Sorry, because I forgot it again. And the people started to work and farm, and Pokemons helped them. But then they made a kind of clock because they believe that it will make them faster to farm. And this is the another time that two Pokemons got created. I will show the image again. Sorry. And they start to sing while they farm. And because of this song, it created Meloetta. And Meloetta sang the song and made people's feeling calm. But suddenly a hurricane and thunder came, and all the food that they farmed all disappeared. Then the hurricane and thunder didn't stop, but then from the ground Landros came. Landros took out Tornadus inside the hurricane, and they take out Voltress inside the... I don't know, say the name because I'm Korean. And they take it out. And Landra stopped them. And all the grass died because of Terrence and Voltress. But then Landras revived the farm and made a lot of food. And people hated Voltress and Torrens, but then they made a place for Landros because of Landros' help. And immediately, Regigigas scared a lot of people because since his power is very, very powerful, he creates some terror, and they can even control the power. So the people steal them away inside the temple. And if Regigigas meets their three golems, then finally he will wake up. Starting from year 950, the unknowns started to create. And these unknowns used to write a message. In the 1000 year, in the Pokemon XY AZ, favorite Pokemon Floette died from a war. AZ all was mad against the Pokemons. He thinks that if there's anything that created a war, then his Floette was still alive. And for a long time, over 600 years, he finally caught Cernius and made a machine. And then he put a lot of Pokemon's life inside it. And because of the machine, while he's reviving Floette, because of the error of the machine, the AZ got beamed, and he has to live forever with while getting a light, hitting a light, and it's very painful because all the life energy is coming inside him. And then he put Ivital inside the machine, and he made a destroying machine, and he killed a lot of Pokemon and people. And the legendary Z Pokemon that counters Xerneas and Ivital, Zygarde, saw this effect, and he stopped AZ, and he destroyed the machine. Well, Floette was happy to see him by reviving, but then he didn't like him first time because he killed a lot of Pokemons. And then after that, AZ's story was not created anymore. And if Cernius and Wabato left, and then after he destroyed the world, Megastone and Mega Ring got created. And then from that time, Mega Evolve started to come. In 1,100 years, the two princes had each dragon. But then each brother started to argue. Then one dragon started to split into two. And because of this, Kyurem got created. And Reshiram was the prince that knows the truth, and Zekrom was another prince. And each prince created each kingdom, and they started to fight. If people fight each other, a lot of amount of Pokemons died. And because of this, Kovaran, Turkian, and Verdian, those three sort of justice appeared and with fight for a Pokemon. And also Keldeo used the power of water and fight. Soon the Pokemon won the victory, and because of this, Victini got created. But Reshiram and Zekrom got sealed away in another kingdom. It got sealed away inside the deep ocean. And Reshiram's power was all off, so he became Lightstone. And Zekrom's power was all off too, so he became Darkstone. Cure him like no one will understand his feelings, so he went to the giant chasm. And he was waiting for someone who will understand truth and the trainer that is strong enough to catch him. Well, one person was going inside to the giant chasm, and when they saw Kirin, they created a story that Kirin came to the town and eats people. So they was scared, but then there was kind of like a percentage that in Pokemon World, the adults create a story to make children sleep. And the two kingdoms that Reshiram and Zekrom sealed away is the ancient castle in Pokemon White and Black, or Black and White, and another castle that is in a deep ocean, but you need to use a move dive to go inside. Well, as you can see these images, you can see them. And they all see the way inside the ocean. The Prince of Ocean got created, and that's Manaphy. And Fiona. In year 1200, people's technology increased, so they use electric, and because of that, Rotom got created, and he was moving to another machine and controls and plays like it was really silly Pokemon, and people started to create Pokeballs to take Pokemons. Well, and people started to call Pokemonster to Pokemon, and they started to create a lot of Pokeballs and sell it for them a low price. And because of this, a Pokemon that is similar to Pokeball got created. Well, so this starts from a modern time when the people created medicines for Pokemon or Pokeballs or Super Ripple or Silver Ripple. In the year 1400, people started feeling sorry for a Pokemon that they killed, so they made a really beautiful flower farm. And because of this, Shaman got created, and Shaman used the Pokemon to thank Pokemon. And this Pokemon name is Gladicia, I don't know. And that flower is used to give the people if they thank someone. And because of the people's war, Latios and Latios created, and they made a peace. And at the Silver Tower or something like that, Ho-Oh got created, so the story created like that. After 100 years, this purple stone Pokemon sealed away because he almost messed up the region. In another 100 years after, the a really bad sunlight was came and the water all dried up. But then this, I don't know, this pink Pokemon started to yawn, and at the water started explode, and really a lot of amount of water came out. So they thought, and they made this pink Pokemon their spirit. And this Ninetale, this Pokemon, this Firefox, psychic power, and he helped people to farm. And because of this, Pokemon Zora got created, and also Zora learned the psychic and knew how to transform. And Zora and Zoroark is the Pokemon that learned psychic from Ninetale. So Ninetale is the master of Zora and Zoroark. Well, and after 100 years again, in the tower they struck the lightning and the fire, seeking the three legendary beasts died. And because of this, the whole watch this three Pokemon died. So he revived those Pokemon. And because of this, people create a bell tower for a Ho-Oh. And Absol is the Pokemon that shows people what danger will be coming. So people believe that every time Absol will come, then the danger will appear. So the people hated Absol. Well, Magikarp is the weakest Pokemon in the whole Minecraft. But then the children went to the ocean, and they caught one Magikarp, keep kicking, ripping off scales, and ripping their skins off. And because of this, Magikarp evolved that time, and it created Gyarados, and one Gyarados destroyed one town. So it's really powerful. So starting from that, the people didn't think Magikarp is just the weakest Pokemon because they might evolve and destroy the town. Well, after a lot of years, finally, 1950 year, the veteran trainers started to create, and Team Rocket started to create, and lots of Pokeballs created, Ultra Balls, like that, and then after a few years later, they started to find a fossil so they can revive the Pokemon and study it. And starting from this, red and green born. And one person went to jungle and found a Mew fossil. And this fossil, Team Rocket stole it really fast, and they used the Mew's DNA to create Mewtwo. Mewtwo escaped out of the science lab by killing some scientists in Team Rocket, and he went inside the cave and hide and living there. And this Ditto got created. Well, you can understand how Ditto got created in my first Pokemon theory. I mean, Creepypasta, I think. I mean, not my first like the Pokemon Creepypasta, second one. And I lost out researching Shadow type or Dark type and Steel type was founded. And keep all Asian time. Because of all these, the modern time got created. And the final thing that I'm going to say, the Master Ball that can catch any Pokemon was normally got created using Arceus's DNA. Scientists use this DNA, Arceus DNA of Arceus, and create a Master Ball. But then there isn't much DNA that they can use, so that's the reason why you can find only one or two Master Balls in one game. Because that's about it. I'll come back with another Pokemon theory or creepypasta. So stay tuned and please subscribe.